How's it? So, it is Thursday morning and we have completed our shoulder workout for the day. So, it's if you like paying attention to the dates, you probably realize that I'm in a bit of a kerfuffle at the moment in terms of scheduling, purely because of exams. But you know, that's just a stick in the side that you can't get rid of, unfortunately, if you want to get a degree, which for some odd reason I've decided I want. So whatever, let's do a quick breakdown of this workout today. So we start off with shoulder press. I actually warmed my shoulders up properly for once, which I highly recommend to anyone out there that doesn't want shoulder issues, because it does seem to just be the thing that everyone gets, is a good shoulder issue. That rotator cuff, you don't warm it up for every single like set you do. Well, okay, that's an exaggeration, but every single like upper body exercise you do, you're most likely going to hurt it just ever so slightly, especially when it's shoulders. Chest as well. Chest, it bugs out so much. I don't know why is it such a, in fairness, I don't think bodybuilding and lifting weights in general is actually a very natural thing. I don't think your body's necessarily supposed to be putting on so much mass. However, come on body, evolve a little, hey? Get that rotator cuff nice and strong, you know, ready to take on the action of the heavy workouts I've got in stored for it. Whatever, so shoulder press warmed up nicely. Seated military press, sorry, and yeah, no complaints. I went heavier than I normally do, as I've spoken about in previous videos, as I'm bulking, and we all know mass equals mass. Well, mass moves mass, sorry. So, you know, naturally, since I'm getting heavier, I'm getting stronger, so make sure you actually lift heavier. Yeah, so I lifted heavier. Yeah, it was nice, good delt, front delt pump. Then we did a little bit of sway bar lateral raises as well, which also front delt pump, very nice, quite heavy. It's such a brute force movement. Like, I don't know how to describe it any other way. Like, some movements are like chilled, you know, they're nice, and then some are like, you just want to punch a wall. That's the best way I can describe it. And that's sway bar lateral raises, front raises, sorry. And then, yeah, but good. They give you a crazy pump, so there's no complaining. I think in comparison to a front raise with the cable machine using a rope, the sway bar, because it's free weight, and there's so much more like control required for you to get the weight up and down. Obviously that's why it's more difficult, but I feel like in turn you kind of just get a more all-rounded shoulder workout in general. So it is kind of beneficial in that way, but I would say for specific isolation of your front delt, I would most likely go with the cable variant, because you know, you can't get much better than that. You're not going to be swaying back and forth. It's directed straight onto the front delt. It's pretty ideal, honestly. I just like switching it up, otherwise it gets a bit monotonous. So one of the shoulder days I'll do sway bar, the other one I'll do rope, cable. But that was cool. Then for side delts, we did just fly these bad boys, raises, and the versions where you lean against a bench that's quite like at quite a high angle, just so there's no movement in any other muscle, so it just isolates your delt again. Very, very good exercise. I highly recommend it, especially if you're struggling to feel activation by just doing the normal ones. I'd definitely recommend the benched variant, because you literally can't move it with anything but your delt, because you're like, you know, gravity. Gravity does some weird things. Then we did some we did rear delts standard cable face pulls. I do drop sets. I go 40 kgs, 30 kgs, 20 kgs. And from my experience, 40 kgs is pretty much as heavy as I think I'll go. Rear delt is a very, very small muscle, so I don't quite see the purpose in going heavier, because A, will most likely increase the chance of injury, and B, the heavier you go, you kind of start using your traps, and you want to, as I've said so many times, is focus it just on the single muscle isolation, and in this case it's rear delt. And rear delt is just a pain to grow. People have actually asked about it, and yeah, just a pain. It's awful muscle. Not in the sense of like difficult to train, it's just because not a lot of people know about it in the beginning of their lifting adventures, like myself included. I like neglected it, and as a result, what do you know, I have zero mind muscle connection with it. So it's been really difficult to build that mind muscle connection, especially when you have mind muscle connection with everything else in your body. It feels really weird when you don't have it in just one area. And then from there they've grown, but now I have the mind muscle connection, and you know, and as I've said, just close your eyes and just visualize the muscle moving, and that's pretty much how I helped myself grow that mind muscle connection back. But yeah, A100. A100 workout, it was pretty good. Pose down was also pretty decent, so not complaining in that sense. Yeah, it was just pretty all-rounded, standard, good shoulder day. So, as I said in the beginning, what was it? I don't know why I'm yawning so much. I'm not tired. You know, do you know what I actually learned the other day, which was quite interesting? And it is technically muscle related, so have a listen to this. I would recommend you highly recommend you getting like a massage, some form of massage, because I learned that you know how you get knots in wherever your back, whatever, you know, it's most likely your back where you get knots. Those knots actually can cause you to get tired, because it's a build up and restricts blood flow to your brain. And now that I think about it, also yawning, yeah. So, you know, it may be nice, but it also best for muscle progress is get a massage every now and then. Whatever, that was so off topic. With the thought of exams, because of, you know, my scheduling being disrupted and whatever, I kind of thought a bit about time management, and I've gone over this before, but I find time management quite a useful thing to think about in your day-to-day life, because you can have routine, you can have habit, you can have the idea of recognizing the values you're placing on things, hence, you know, putting them in a hierarchy of importance. But none of that really matters unless you manage it, you know, because you only have so many hours in the day. So I think it's important, as I just listed those things, that you acknowledge each of those, right? And then, as well as acknowledging them and understanding them, you then, you know, give them time in your day. And it's kind of like dumbing down literally the word time management, but it's not something I think a lot of people actually consistently think about. Like, they'll think about, oh, I need to do this in the day, and I do this in the day. But it's actually so useful if you think, all right, these are all the things I need to do in the day. These are the importance levels of each thing. Now, how much time do I need to put towards each one in order to get, first of all, finish them, but also, you know, have enough time in the day. I don't know. I've just been so swamped, so that's just been on my mind. But anyway, I hope this little chat's been enlightening. But then again, take everything I say with a grain of salt, because I'm no doctor, no genius, no scientist. I'm just some fella. Yeah. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed, and don't take everything I say for fact. However, I hope it's been at least a little bit of food for thought, and you can implement a smidgen into your life. But anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.